Welcome, everybody. This is one of our conversations, and today I'm hosting Julie LaRosa again. And Julie is doing an extensive work on fathers with children of autism. So, not to delve into much details, I want you to tell me about your research.
All right. Well, thank you, Manera. This is wonderful to have this opportunity to talk about my research. Right now, I am in the phase of collecting data, and I'm doing a phenomenological study on fathers of adult children with autism, 18 to 26. And this part of the study is just wonderful. I so enjoy talking with my dads. They are so willing to participate and answer all my questions. They're meeting with me for 3 interviews. First interview talks about their past experiences and when they first found out about their child having autism. The second interview is about the present experiences. And then the third one is sort of tying the 2 interviews together and asking any other questions that may have come up between the first and second interview. I am a teacher. I'm in my 32nd year as a special educator. And over the years, I believe in families and making connections with families right away. Communication is key. So whenever I used to get a dad on the phone, I'd start talking and I would get, wait, they'd stop me right in the middle of a sentence. Let me get my wife. So I'm sitting there going, why don't dads think that they are able to take this information in or handle this information? And then I started wondering, are schools doing something to dads to make them feel that they're not able to do this? Of course, my initial bias was, they just don't want to be involved and they're pushing it off on the moms. But then I started thinking, maybe it's us. Maybe we've done this to the poor dads. As I did my research and literature review, I found out that dads do want to be involved. They learn differently than moms. They think about different things. They have different worries, and they don't just feel the same way. And so I wanted their voices to be heard. And because they've been marginalized, at least in the educational system, I feel. So this is their platform. Dads are more hands-on in their learning process. Moms are more talkative. They think more about the future for their children. Not that moms don't, but when I worked with preschool students, moms are more about the here and now. Let's get our son or daughter potty trained. Where a dad was more or less, I would get questions from him, do you think my child will ever have children? Their questions seem to be different. And I'm not saying this is, something I had researched or analyzed, but it was just in my own observation experiences. Their questions seem to be different. They had different worries. Dads do worry more about the future. Who's going to take care of them? How are they going to be financially independent? They take on different roles. Some dads maybe take on the protector role, may take on more of the friend role. Some dads may not see themselves as the primary caretaker. They take on different roles. They have different positions in the family dynamics sometimes. And their views are not exactly the same as the moms, and they feel stress. And in some articles that I read, sometimes even more stress than the moms feel. They don't have a community to talk to. They sometimes just don't feel like they can share their feelings about their child with autism with their friends. So it's all those things they're dealing with. They're going through new territories without any models for themselves. Their friend may be talking about their son or daughter winning a basketball game, and they're talking about, wow, my son jumped, off the ground 3 inches, which is huge because he was afraid to jump. I mean, and then you get the friends feeling sorry for you, and you don't want that. You want them, you just want to talk about your child.
Yeah.
And so they don't feel that way sometimes. Where moms tend to talk, they have a stronger friend system or peer system to go to sometimes. And dads don't feel that. They kind of feel alone, and based on the studies. I can't say that, right now I'm just collecting data. So I don't know what my study will reveal, but based on the studies that I had, these are some of the things that came up. Because I have the population of 18 to 26-year-olds, many of them are out of school right now. So that part of it is not becoming an issue, but if they're in a rehabilitation program, some of them have been shortened, they've had to wait for to start, so their children are home. And some of the children some of the dads in my study have children that cannot care for themselves, so they need someone there. Families have been able to work out schedules. Many of them, pretty much all my families so far, are two working families, and the dads have been able to work from home and stay. Some work nights while their wives work during the day. They are all married, so that helps, but many of these dads have stepped right up to the plate and are right there. And so far they've all, to be quite honest with you, all my dad except one work from home. And my one dad that does work out, he has a more flexible job, so if he needs to run out, he can. So they've been very lucky, these dads, and they know it, and they say it.
In your opinion, from what you find so far from the literature and from your initial interviews, what are some of the things that would help fathers with children with autism to overcome these challenges that you mentioned previously, like finding a community, working, with different people, finding assistance in some extent, and also be more involved in their children's schooling and general life?
Communication with the schools, doing your homework, trying to get involved with the different agencies, Autism Up. One dad has said that the Facebook groups, they have parent groups, have been very helpful. They put out questions and then people in the community will answer them. Social media has helped a lot in getting information out to parents because they can't get out. It's hard. Sometimes they can't bring even as adults, their adult children have hard times being out in the community for a long time. They may get very upset. They need their routine, they need their calm in many instances. So their social life has changed drastically, being the parent of a child with autism, working cooperatively. They have to build up trust with people. And that's going to take some time too. But trust, it comes in being open with them, being honest with them. They appreciate that. They want you to work with them, not against them. We're not, all the dads were just worried that they would not get the services that their child needed. And that was a big stress, big struggle for them. They really have to be on top of things. They really should attend the meetings as best they can. You are the person that knows your child best, and you have to let them know that.